In the sweeping plains of Eastern Europe, a great clash was about to unfold. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, bound by alliance and shared destiny, assembled a formidable host to confront the rising might of the Teutonic Order. Their combined forces numbered approximately 8,080 warriors, drawn from the heartlands of both kingdoms. At the core of this army stood 3,300 Polish heavy knights, armored lancers whose thunderous charges had earned them a fearsome reputation across Christendom. Alongside them marched 2,880 dismounted knights, elite warriors ready to hold the line in brutal melee. Supporting them were 1,900 skilled Lithuanian foot and horse archers, masters of speed and harassment, who would play a critical role in the coming battle. Opposing them, the Teutonic Order had summoned a vast army of 10,500 men. Their ranks swelled with 1,440 disciplined spearmen, 2,080 ranged troops, archers and crossbowmen alike, and an overwhelming contingent of 6,100 heavy infantry and dismounted knights from both the Teutonic and Livonian orders. Most fearsome of all were the 1,060 heavy Teutonic knights, grim and resolute behind blackened visors, veterans of countless crusades.
As dawn broke over the field, the Teutonic Order took their positions, forming a wall of steel and discipline. Suddenly, like shadows in motion, the Lithuanian horse archers advanced, loosing volley after volley from a safe distance. The Teutonic knights, unable to ignore the taunts and sting of arrows, surged forward in pursuit.
The Lithuanians had no intention of meeting them head-on. With practiced discipline, they retreated behind the awaiting line of Polish heavy knights, who now prepared to unleash their full might. As the Teutonic riders drew near, the signal was given. With a thunder of hooves and a roar of defiance, the Polish cavalry launched their countercharge. The clash was brutal. The outnumbered Teutonic knights, caught off guard and overwhelmed, faltered and began to fall back toward the safety of their main force. Meanwhile, the bulk of the Teutonic and Livonian infantry pressed forward, determined to bring their strength to bear. On the battlefield's left flank, a wave of Polish knights surged forward to meet them, slamming into their lines with devastating force. So fearsome was the charge that many Teutonic soldiers hesitated, their will broken before steel could even be drawn. But the battle was far from decided. In the center, Polish cavalry found themselves bogged down in a grinding melee, vulnerable to the encroaching Teutonic shock infantry. Arrows and bolts flew overhead as archers on both sides sought to tip the balance, covering their comrades in the maelstrom below. turning point, one that would echo across the battlefield. A regiment of Krakow's elite heavy cavalry broke through the chaos, charging directly into a formation of Teutonic archers. The bowmen crumbled under the onslaught, and the Polish riders gave no quarter, chasing down the survivors without mercy. With their ranged support crumbling and their flanks threatened, the Teutonic general attempted to rally his men, but was soon spotted and pursued off the field. Leaderless and shaken, the Teutonic lines began to waver. The dismounted Polish heavy infantry now joined the fray in the center, reinforcing their struggling comrades. At the heart of the Teutonic defense stood the Ritterbruder, the fearsome, dismounted knights of the order. Clad in blackened mail and wielding massive swords, they fought like demons, but they were surrounded. On the left, the victorious Polish cavalry regrouped and repositioned behind the enemy. With precision and fury, they charged once more, this time into the exposed rear of the Teutonic infantry, still engaged with Polish forces at the front. Caught between hammer and anvil, the Teutonic resistance collapsed. With no cavalry of their own left to counter or protect them, the last of the Teutonic knights broke ranks. Fear spread like wildfire. What began as a disciplined retreat turned into a full rout. The Polish-Lithuanian cavalry rode down the fleeing remnants of the once mighty army, leaving no chance for regrouping. The battle was over. The field, once full of proud banners and gleaming armor, now lay silent under the weight of the dead and dying.